Let's welcome Miss Lady for her opening message.
ขอฝากแป๊บนึงนะคะ Okay. Good morning. Good morning, parents. สวัสดีค่ะ I'm so excited today for this musical, and the students are really doing their best with all the rehearsals. And something funny I want to share with you that I heard from a lot of them that they really like this school uniform. For this musical, and some of them said, "Can we change to wear this kind of uniform instead?" So maybe, yeah, that's something we can consider for the future. But for today, I just want to thank you for being here. I think in the end, this is definitely about family support. And once you're here to cheer for your kids and watch them, please feel free to clap really loud. You can yell. You can just give them a lot of encouragement during the show. It will make them, feel very inspired. And I told them to just have fun today. And so, in the end, it's all about our community collaborating together and showing support for our kids. And I think I just want to mention that I want to thank Miss Marikar for helping to lead the team in all aspects in the making of this musical production. But most importantly, definitely, I want to thank our performing arts team. And definitely over here, Miss Fiona. If everyone can please give her a clap. She's worked really hard. She has really, she's really tough, and it's really difficult to teach this kind of musical. This year we chose not to do a Disney kind of musical because we really want to push the kids to do a Broadway musical. And, Miss Fiona is definitely the leader in all of this. Have to thank Mr. Gallet as well for helping with all of the singing and all the songs, and collaborating with Miss Fiona and Kruton Moss as well for helping with all the choreography and making sure that the kids are moving their bodies with confidence. And so and definitely all the staff here, from all the runners and all the coordinators, our special teacher, our homeroom teachers, and definitely our office staff. Everyone has played a really big part. Oh, and also Krubil for doing all the costumes. It is a lot of work. So I just want us to acknowledge that this musical today is possible because of this this tight teamwork and collaboration and contribution by every single person, and including you parents for being here today. So I don't want to talk too much. I just want to say enjoy every moment of your kids' performance, and you don't have to be worried about filming because we also have a professional video production filming with close-ups and bigger shots, and we will be sharing that with you in the next few weeks once it's done editing. So again, thank you so much, and yeah, like I told all the kids, let's break a leg and have the greatest performance ever. ขอบคุณค่ะ
Thank you, Miss Lady. Next up, can we have Miss Fiona, our musical director?
Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are so happy to have you with us. So just a little bit of housekeeping before we start. There will be a 5-minute intermission halfway through the show, so that's your opportunity to pee. But it will be 5 minutes and 5 minutes exactly, so please be quick. Our run time is approximately an hour and 48 minutes, around an hour 50. So it's a little longer than we expected. Apologies. But you will enjoy it, so who cares? So we would love you to please stay seated at the end of the show, as there's a lovely video to watch. And after that, you can sign your kids out from their classroom, except for kindergarten 1, which will be at that room 1208 over there, after you have watched the video. So don't rush out of your seats at the end of the show. I need everyone to do me a huge favor and take out your phone right now, especially you, person whose phone is ringing. Everybody take out your phone right now. Everybody take your phone out and have it in your hand. And I need to watch you put it on silent. And go. Phone's on silent. Everybody put your phone on silent. Put your phone on silent. Thank you very much. Okay, and don't worry about filming because we are filming it for you, so you can enjoy the show from the comfort of your own seat without having to worry about a thing. Okay, so that's pretty much everything.
Quiet, maggot!
I'm sorry, Miss Trunchbull.
What you My mommy says I'm a miracle. My daddy says I'm a special little guy. Close. I am a princess. I am a prince. Mom says I'm an angel sent down from the sky. My daddy says I'm a special little soldier. No one is as handsome, strong as me. It's true, he is old, just one taking seats of gold. The time is little soldier, hop, 2, 4, 3. My mommy says I'm a miracle. Clouds on my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day got shot, the umbilical cord is for a miracle in me. My daddy says I'm a special little soldier. No one is as handsome, strong as me. Have my daddy's shoulder, what is when I'm older? I can be a soldier, punch you in the face. My mommy says I'm a miracle, clouds on my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day got shot, the umbilical cord disappeared for a miracle in me. Take another picture of my angel in that costume. That's right, honey, look at mommy.
Don't turn on your brother.
Follow you. We'll take another.
Have you seen his school report? He got a C on his report. We'll have to change the school. The teacher's clearly falling short.
Just a little bit. There is something insightful. Might she be a little bit?
I think we should have a talk.
What is it? What's
wrong
wrong
with
with me?
Mrs. Wormwood,
Mrs. Wormwood,
do you really have no idea?
Gas?
Mrs. Wormwood, I want you to think very carefully. Now,
What
what
might
do
be
you
the
think
cause
might be the cause of
this?
this?
Am I? What hands? Am I? Look. Am I fat?
Mrs.
Wormwood,
Wormwood, you're
you're
pregnant.
What? Isn't there something you can do?
You're 9 months pregnant.
Antibiotics are...
Every life I bring into this world restores my faith in humankind.
I'll push you in a minute.
Each day what lies the canvas, yet unpainted, the still unbroken sun, this uncorrupted mind. Life is unbelievably unlikely. The chances of existence almost infinitely small. The most common thing in life is life. And yet every single life, every new life is a miracle. Where is it? Where's my son? This boy's got no fingers.
Mr. Wormwood, this child's a girl. A girl. Beautiful, beautiful little girl. I don't suppose we could afford a boy, could we?
This is the worst day of my life. Oh, my undercarriage doesn't feel quite normal. My skin is just revolting taking this foul fluorescent light. And this horrible little wiggly little ball of fat.
What the hell is that?
Someone give this thing a bottle. Why do bad things always happen to good people? Fine, upstanding citizens like you and me. Why, when we've done nothing wrong, should this disaster come along? This horrible, wiggly No one likes a smart not girl like me. Mom says I'm a good case for population control. Dad says I should watch more TV.
Yes, sir. That's right, sir. 155 brand new luxury cars, sir.
Harry, look at this. She's reading a book. That's not normal for a 5-year-old. I think she might be an idiot.
Listen to this. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom.
Stop scaring your mother with that book, boy.
I'm a girl.
And she keeps trying to tell me these stories. I mean, who wants stories? It's not normal for a girl to be all thinking.
I'm gonna have to call you back.
Will you please shut up? It's your fault you spent us into problems and expect me to get us out of it. What am I, a flaming escapologist? Escapologist, he says. What about me then? I've got a whole house to look after. Then there's no microwaves themselves, you know. If you're an escapologist, I must be an acrobat to balance all that lot. The world's greatest acrobat. And I shan't be talking to you for the rest of the evening, you horrid little man. But I'm going to make us rich.
Rich? How rich? Very rich. Russian businessmen. Very, very stupid. Your genius husband is going to sell them 155 knackered old bangers as brand new luxury cars.
But that's not fair. The cars will break down. What about the Russians?
Fair? Listen to the boy.
I'm a girl.
Fair doesn't get you anywhere in life, you thick-headed twit brain.
That's not right.
Right. I'll tell you something. You have to school in a few days' time, and you will be getting right there. Oh no, I know your headmistress, Agatha Trunchbull. And I've told her all about you and your smarty pants ideas. Big, strong, scary woman she is. Used to compete in the Olympics, throwing a hammer. Imagine what she's going to do to a horrible, squeaky little goblin like you, boy.
I'm a girl.
Now get off to bed, you little bookworm.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. So they say the subsequent fall was an Amazon ball. They never stood a chance, they were written that way. Innocent victims of that story. Like Romeo and Juliet, written in the starting for the even net. That's what love and fate and a touch of stupidity would roll them all. Their hope of living happily, the endings are often a little bit gory. I wonder why they didn't just change their story. We have to do what we're told, but surely sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty. Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if you're little, you can do a lot too. Mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. Even sit around and let it get on for you. You're always saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right. Platinum Bond keep worry to every children. Oil violet hair tonic for men. Of a bolt, there's a tiny revolt, and the seed of a war in a creak of a floorboard. A storm can begin with a flap of a wing. The tiniest night cat, the mightiest thing every day. Starts with a tick, or a clock, or a skate. Start with a click, or a lock. If you're stuck in your story, you want to get out. You don't have to cry, you don't have to shout. And if you're little, you can do a lot. You mustn't let a little thing like little stop you. If you sit around and let it get on top you, around with
this. A man's greatest asset is his hair. Good hair means a good brain. Now, the secret to my success. Oil of violet's hair, tonic for men. Ooh. Oops.
Your hair, it's green.
Huh? Oh no! My hair! My lovely hair! What am I going to do? I've got to deal today. The Russians!
That sounds like a you problem.
What are you looking at, idiot boy?
Mom, would you like to hear a story?
Don't be disgusting. Go on, creep on back to the libraries of yours or something. The sooner you're locked up in that school, the better.
Matilda, what a pleasure to see you here in the library again, are we?
Yes, I mean, my mom wanted me to stay at home with her. She hates it when I go out. She misses me so much. Dad, too. He loves having me around. But I think it's good for grown-ups to have their own space.
Your parents must be so proud to have a girl as clever as you. And do you tell them lots of stories like you do with me? Oh, I love your stories, Matilda. And that's not a hint, by the way. But if you did happen to have a story you wanted to tell me...
Once upon a time... Go. Once upon a time, the two greatest circus performers in the world, an escapologist who could escape from any laugh that was ever invented, and an acrobat who was so skilled that it seemed that she could actually fly, fell in love and got married. They performed some of the most incredible feats anyone has ever seen, and people would come from miles around, kings, queens, celebrities, and even astronauts. And not just to see their skill, but to see their love for each other, which was so deep that it was said that cats would purr as they passed them, and dogs would beat with joy. They moved into a beautiful old house on the edge of town, and in the evenings they would walk and take the air. And each night, the children of the town would wait in anticipation, hoping for a glimpse of the shiny white scarf that the acrobat always wore. For then they knew they only had to cry. Tricks, ticks, and the great performers would instantly apply for the most spectacular show just for them. Although they loved each other, they were famous and everyone loved them. They were sad.
We have everything that the world has to offer.
We have everything, but we don't have the thing that we wanted the most.
We do not have a child.
Patient, my love. Time is on our side. Even time loves us.
Oh, Matilda.
But time is the only one thing no one is master of. And as time passed, they grew quite old and still had no child. At night, they listened to the silence of their big, empty house and would imagine how beautiful it would be if it was filled with the sounds of child playing.
Matilda, this is very sad.
Do you want me to stop?
Don't you dare!
Their sadness overwhelmed them and drew them on to even more dangerous feats, as their work became the only place they could escape the inescapable tragedy of their lives. And so it was decided to perform the most dangerous feat ever known to man. It is called the Burning Woman Hurling Through the Air with dynamite in her hair over sharks and spiky objects caught by the man locked in the cage. And it is the most dangerous feat ever known to man. It is our destiny. It is where the loneliness of our lives has led us.
Well, what happened?
I don't know yet. Not yet, anyway.
What, but isn't there some more? I mean, just a little bit. Isn't there a bit more? Well, I suppose your mother will be waiting for you. Is she here? I'd love to meet her, actually. Maybe I could.
Bye, Mrs. Phelps. I'll see you tomorrow.
After your first day of school.
My daddy says I'm a special little guy. I am a princess and I am a prince. Mom says I'm an angel. Mom says I'm an angel. Mom says I'm an angel. What's fifth ed? Physical education is the Trunchbull speciality. My mom says I'm a miracle. My dad said I'll be the teacher's pet. School is really fun, according to my mom. Dad said it's all the alphabet. The alphabet? You've got to learn how to listen, kid. So you think you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess you will soon see. So escaping tragedy. And even if you put in some effort, you're just wasting energy. Cause your life, as you know, is ancient history. I have suffered in this jail. I've been trapped inside this cage for ages. This living out. And I can't remember how before my life has ended. For our happy days were over. Before us was the pealing of the bell. Really serious. So this is just a thousand questions. But unless you want to suffer, I will need you. I think I should. You will see it. But dear, you can find me. Step by step. You should stay out of trouble. Extremely careful.
I have become aware that some of you are not yet in class. Correct this. You have 5 seconds to comply.
Good morning, children. My name is Miss Honey, and today is a very special day, your first day at school. Now, do any of you know any of your 2 times tables? Wonderful. Matilda, isn't it? Please, do as much as you can.
1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8, 5 times 2 is 10, 6 times 2 is 12, 7 times 2 is 14, 8 times 2 is 16, 9 times 2 is 18, 10 times 2 is 20, 11 times 2 is 22, 12 times 2 is
Oh, my word, that's just very...
13 times 2 is 26, 14 times 2 is 28, 15 times 2 is 30, 16 times 2 is...
Stop! Good heavens, how far can you go?
I don't know, quite a long way, I think.
Do you think you could tell me what 2 times 28 is?
56.
Yeah, why, yes. That's very... How about this? Now, this is much harder, so don't worry if you don't get it, but 2 times 487, if you took your time, do you think you could...
974.
12 sevens.
84.
No way! Let's leave math for the time being and look at reading. Can anyone read this?
Me, pick me, miss, pick me.
Very well, Eric. Yes, I think we'd better leave it there, Eric. We don't want you to burst a blood vessel on your first day. Lavender?
Is the first one tomato?
No, but tomato's a very good word. Yes. Matilda.
I cannot read words.
So, Matilda, you can read words.
Well, yes. I needed to read words so that I could read sentences, because a sentence is basically a big bunch of words. And if you can't read sentences, you've got no chance with books.
And have you read a whole book yourself, Matilda?
Oh, yes. I've read quite a few this week.
A few in a week? My, this is good. What books did you read?
Nicholas Nickleby, Oliver Twist, Jane Eyre, Testo the Herbervilles, Kim, The Invincible Man, Crime and Punishment, and Stick of the Dump.
Knock on the door, Jenny. Just knock on the door. Don't be pathetic.
Enter. Well, don't just stand there like a wet tissue. Get on with it.
Well, yes, Miss Trunchbull. There's in my class a little girl called Matilda Wormwood and...
Daughter of Mr. Harry Wormwood, who owns Wormwood Motors. Excellent man. Told me to watch out for the brat.
Oh, no, headmistress. I don't think Matilda Wormwood is that kind of child at all.
What is the school motto, Miss Honey?
Bombinatum.
Bambinatum esmagatum. Children are maggots.
Miss Trunchbull, Matilda Wormwood's a genius. She knows her times tables.
So she learned a few tricks?
But she can read.
So can I.
I have to tell you, mistress, that in my opinion, this little girl should be placed in the top form with the 11-year-olds.
What? But she's a squib, a shrimp, an unhatched tadpole. We cannot just place her with the 11-year-olds. What kind of society would that be? What about rules, honey? Rules!
I believe that Matilda Wormwood is an exception to the rules.
An exception to the rules in my school?
My plan, What? As I chalked up my palms, did I wave my hands? I did not. As I started my spin, did I look at the view? Did I drift off and dream for a minute or two? Do you think I faltered or amended my rotation? Do you think I altered my intended elevation? As the hammer took off, did I change my grunt? From the grunt I had practiced for many a month. Not a jot, not a dot, did I stray from the plot. Not a detail of my throw was adjusted or forgotten. Not even when the hammer left my hands and sailed up above the stands. Did I let myself go? No, 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 no. If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time. And if you want to make the team, you don't need happiness or self-esteem. You just need to keep your feet inside the line. Sing, children. 2, 3, 4. If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time. And if you want to teach success, you don't use sympathy or tenderness. You have to force the little squits to toe the line. Sing, Jenny. 2, 3, 4.
If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time.
Apply just one simple rule to hammer throwing life and school. Life's a ball, so learn to throw it. Find the belly line and tear it, and always keep your feet inside the line. Now get out.
Well, I must tell you, mistress, that it is my intention to help this little girl, whether you like it or not.
Stupid, nasty, stinking, slimy, great big question asking. How dare they speak to me like that? Flippin' stupid, stinking, nasty Russians.
Oh, don't tell me we're not rich.
It's the mileage. They took one look at the mileage and said that these cars were knackered. I told them. I said the reason the mileage is so high is a manufacturing mistake.
Is that true?
Of course it's not true.
So you lied?
Of course I lied.
And they didn't believe you?
Of course they didn't believe me. I've got green hair. And what's this? Another flaming book?
She's got no respect, that one. It's all books and stories.
No, it's a lovely book. Honest, you should read it. I'm sure you'd.
Lovely? Here's what I think you're lovely.
No, it's from the library. It's a library book.
You shut the little brat.
Do we have any super glue?
In the cupboard. And while you're at it, why don't you stick your stupid book to your stupid head? Boy.
Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if a little, you can do a lot. You must let a little thing like little stop you. Maybe sit around and let them get on top of you. Might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right.
I've got my eyes on you, boy.
I'm a girl.
Matilda, can I ask you a question? Does those spray inside your head give you headache? I mean, it's gotta hurt. I'll splash in there.
No, it's fine. I think it just fits.
Well, I'll be hanging around just in case. If they start to squeeze out your ears, you're going to need help. I'm Lavender, and I think it's probably the best. We're best friends.
Hide me. Someone poured a whole can of treacle into Trunchbull's chair. She sat down, and when she got up, her knickers they stuck to the seat. Someone told her I did, but I never did, and now she's after me. That's not fair. That's not fair at all.
You're done, kid. You're finished. Once Agatha Trunchbull decides you're guilty, you're squished.
Don't listen to them. They're just trying to scare us.
Oh, Matilda, they say that they're gonna put me in Chokey.
Well, what's Chokey?
They say that it's a cupboard in her office that she throws children into. They say it's lined with spikes and nails and a bit of broken glass.
It's a place if you are sent, if you haven't been good, and it's made of spikes, and it isn't wide enough to sit. And even if you could, there are nails on the bottom, so your wet shoes stood, and the hinges cringe, and the door is closed. You cannot see squat, not the end of your nose, and the scream in your head, in a reach, came out, with the scream in your head, can you reach your mouth? All right, when did this happen?
20 minutes ago. Why? Oh no, she's coming.
You'd better hide. Quick, lasers.
You suppurating spleen. Where is that maggot known as Eric?
Over there, where he's been for the last hour, actually.
What? An hour?
You see, unfortunately, Eric suffers from the rare but chronic sleeping disorders, narcolepsy. The conditions are characterized by experiencing bouts of chronic fatigue, which causes him to fall asleep suddenly, often without knowing any warnings or signs at all. Eric has fallen asleep, and we put him under those clothes for safety, didn't we? Didn't we? Oh, yeah! Of course. By the time he wakes up, he'll probably think he's in bed.
Mom, is it time for school yet? Mom, this isn't my bedroom at all. Oh, hello, Miss Trunchbull.
Amanda Thripp.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull?
What have I told you about wearing pigtails? I hate pigtails.
But my mom loves it. She said it's pretty.
Then your mother is a twit.
Ah!
Look out, she's coming.
Here she comes. Kaboom! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray!
You!
Hip.
What is your name?
Matilda. Matilda Wormwood.
Oh, so you're Wormwood, are you? I might have known. Well, Wormwood, I've got my eye on you.
Just so you all know, she's my best friend.
Oh yeah, very cool, very cool, very cool.
So cool.
Yes, sir. Brand new stock, sir. Green hair? Yeah, it was National Green Hair Day. Tomorrow at 1. Okay, sir. Bye-bye, sir. Dus we do da. Now that is how you do. Just gonna keep it on. Looks very in.
It was like the entire world has gathered to see the burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharks and spiky objects caught by the man locked in the cage. Everything was arranged by the acrobat's sister, a frightening woman who used to be an Olympic-class hammer thrower and who loved nothing better than to scare the children of the town. People whispered that in her dark, brooding heart, she resented her sister, both her success and her love. Suddenly, out came the Escapologist, dressed as usual in his tights and spangly costume. But there was no sign of the acrobat and no glimpse at all of her shiny white scarf. And instead of the musical fanfare, there was silence as he solemnly strode into the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharks and spiky objects caught by the man locked in the cage has been cancelled.
No!
Yes, the audience gasped so loud that a passing airplane caught it on its instrumentation and reported it as an atmospheric phenomenon. Cancelled because my wife is pregnant!
Oh, Matilda.
Absolute silence. You could have heard a fly burp. Then suddenly the audience jumped to its feet and roared in appreciation. The great feat was instantly forgotten, and the applause went on for nearly an hour.
So it has a happy ending?
Forgotten by everyone except, that is, the acrobat's sister. When all had quieted down, she stepped forward and produced a contract.
A contract?
A contract you have signed to perform this feat, and perform this feat you shall.
No!
I have paid
For the poster, publicity, the catering, and the toilet facilities. If I give the crowd their money back, where is my profit? A contract is a contract is a contract. My hands are tied. The burning woman hurled through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharks and spiky objects caught by the man locked in a cage will be performed and performed this day, or off to prison you both shall go.
No. Well, what happened next?
I don't know yet. I'll tell you tomorrow.
What? But I don't know if my nerves will make it until tomorrow.
Mrs. Phelps, are you crying? Maybe I shouldn't tell you anymore.
Oh no, Matilda, we must find out how it ends. I'm not crying because it's sad. It's just that they want that child so very much. It must be wonderful for a child to be so wanted.
Yes, wonderful. Goodbye, Mrs. Phelps.
Matilda, could I speak to you, please? I'm afraid I've not been so successful in letting others recognize your abilities. So, starting tomorrow, I should bring in a selection of very clever books that will challenge your mind. You may sit and read them while I teach the others, and if you have any questions, well, I shall do my best to answer them. How does that sound?
Matilda Wormwood. Matilda Wormwood. Where is...
Yes, Miss Trunchbull?
Aha! So you admit it, do you?
Admit what, Miss Trunchbull?
This clot, this foul carbuncle is none other than a disgusting criminal, a denizen of the underworld, a member of the mafia. This morning you sneaked into the kitchen and stole a slice of my private chocolate cake.
No, I did not, Miss Trunchbull.
Trunchbull, Matilda's been here all morning.
Standing up for the little spitball, are you? Well, this crime took place before the school started. Therefore, she is guilty!
All right, look, I stole the cake, but I was really definitely sort of thinking about owning up, maybe. You see, I was also having trouble with my belly. Look, the Trunchbull cake was so good, I scoffed it down too quick, and I think it's beginning to fight back. Oops, see?
I'm not guilty. I didn't do anything.
You are guilty because you are a fiend, you are a crook, you are a thief, and I shall crush you, and I shall consign you to the seventh circle of the hell. Child, you shall be destroyed!
Bog Trotter.
Yes, miss?
You liked my cake, didn't you, Bruce?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull. And I'm very sorry.
Oh, no. As long as you enjoyed the cake, that's the main thing.
Is it?
Yes. Bog Trotter it is.
Oh. Well, I did. Thank you.
Wonderful, marvelous. That makes me so happy. It gives me a warm glow in my lower intestine. Oh, cook. What's the matter, Bog Trotter? Lost your appetite?
Well, yes. I'm full.
Oh, no, you are not full. I'll tell you when you are full. And I say that criminals like you are not full until you have eaten the entire cake.
But...
No buts. You haven't got time for but. Eat.
But I can't eat it all.
Headmistress will be sick.
He should have thought of that before he made a pact with Satan and decided to steal my cake. Eat.
He can't. He surely can't. He might explode.
Eat.
A synthesize or eat too, Bruce. Must be nice. But even you, Bruce, has the mist between your lips. There's not a lot of difference in size. He can't, surely can't, you are the bad Bruce. He must explode, he's tight and elastic. Don't make him stop, he's fantastic. Look at him go. Look at this. This Western fur Bruce. It feels a step since we have a war Bruce. But then you lost this. He's a villain in charges. Been seeing the gloomy all the time. He can't, surely can't, you are the bad Bruce. We are all seen. The Bruce. And everyone can be something to abuse. And we are against the Bruce. She wanted to choose the Bruce. We never swore you were time to leave the noose. We never thought it was possible. But here it is coming true. We can have our cake and eat it too. The time has come to put that tumbling tongue to use. No excuse, Bruce. The time to melt. I think you'll want your trousers loose. Oh, stop it in. You'll always finish it. Fidgeting, whatever you do, just don't give in. 'Cause that's a win. Come on, Bruce, be our hero. Cover yourself in chocolate glory. Go on, Bruce. Do it.
Yes! Sorry, Miss Trunchbull. I got carried away.
Oh, that's all right, Jenny. We all get carried away sometimes. Even me. Well done, Bog Trotter. Good show. Well, come along, bog trotter.
What? Where?
Oh, did I not mention? That was only the first part of your punishment. There's more. The second part. The second part is joking!
What? But he's eating it all. I did what you asked.
Please, I ate it all. Please, don't bring me to Jokey. Please, please. Ah. But that's not right. Hello, I'm Lavender, by the way. Matilda, best friend. There's a bit coming up that's all about me. Okay, well, not exactly, but I play a big part in it. I'm not gonna tell you what happened because I don't want to ruin it for you. Fine, so what happened is, no, you'll know when it happens. When I grow up, I will be tall enough to reach the branches that I need to reach to climb the trees you get to climb when you're grown up. And when I grow up, I'll be smart enough to answer all the questions that you need to know the answers to before you're grown up. And when I grow up, I will eat sweets every day on the way to work, and I will go to bed late every night. And I will wake up when the sun comes up, and I will watch cartoons until my eyes go square, and I won't care 'cause I'll be all grown up when I grow up. When I grow up, when I grow up, I will be strong enough to carry all the heavy things you have to hold around with you when you're a grown up. And when I grow up, I will be brave enough to fight the creatures that you have to fight beneath the bed each night to be a grown up. When I grow up, I will have treats every day, and I'll play with things that Mum pretends that mums don't think of. And I will wake up when the sun comes up, and I will spend all day just lying in the sun, and I won't burn 'cause I'll be all grown up when I grow up. When I grow up, I will be brave enough to fight the creatures that you have to fight beneath the bed each night to be a grown up. When I grow
Oh, Matilda, how lovely to see you. Are you enjoying school?
Oh yes, bits of it anyway. Mrs. Phelps, where's the revenge section?
What? A revenge section? We don't have a revenge section. Why? Is someone at school behaving like a bully?
Do you want to hear the next part of the story?
Story? Did you just say story, Matilda? What are we waiting for?
Slowly, very slowly, the acrobat wound her shiny white scarf around her husband's neck. For luck, my love, smile. We have done this 1,000 times. And suddenly, she hugged him with the biggest hug in the world. So hard, he felt that she would hug all the air out of him. And so, they prepared themselves for the most dangerous feat that had ever been performed. The great escapologist had to escape from the cage, lean out, catch his wife with one hand, grab a fire extinguisher with the other within 12 seconds before they reached their dynamite and blew his wife's head off. Oh! The trick started well. The moment the specially designed dress was set alight, the acrobat swung into the air. The crowd held their breath as she hurled over the sharks and spiky objects. 1 second, 2 seconds, they watched as the flame crept up the dress. 3 seconds, 4 seconds, she began to reach out her arms towards the cage. 5 seconds, 6 seconds, suddenly the padlocks pinched open and the huge chains fell away. 7 seconds, 8 seconds, the door flung open and the escapologist used his one huge muscled arm to catch his wife and the child. 9 seconds, 10 seconds.
Oh, I can't look.
11 seconds, and he grabbed her hand and suddenly the flames are covered in foam before they can be both blown into pieces.
Hooray! So the story does have a happy ending after all.
No.
No?
No. Maybe it was the thought of their child. Maybe it was nerves. But the escapologist just used to touch too much foam that it became slippy. And then she fell.
No, was she okay? Did she survive?
She broke every part of her bone, except for the ones at the ends of her little fingers. She did manage to live long enough to have their child, but the effort was too great.
Love our girl with everything. She's everything.
And then she died. And then things got worse.
What? Worse? Oh no, Matilda, not worse. It can't get worse.
I'm afraid they did, because the escapologist was so kind that he never for 1 second blamed the evil sister for what happened. He asked her to move in and looked after his daughter. She was nothing but cruel to the little girl, making her wash and iron and cook and clean and beating her if she did anything wrong. But always in secret, so that the escapologist never suspected a thing. And so, the little girl grew up with the meanest, cruelest, horriblest aunt you could possibly imagine.
Let's call the police.
Mrs. Phelps, it's just a story.
What? Oh, yes, of course. Do go on, please.
At night, the escapologist's daughter cried herself to sleep, alone in her room. The escapologist knew nothing of the aunt's wickedness, and his daughter never said a word, as she didn't want to add to her father's pain. This only encouraged the boy to greater wickedness, until one day she exploded.
You're useless!
Filthy! Nasty! Great! And then she beat her and threw her into a dank, dark, dusty cellar, locked the door, and went out. But that day, the escapologist happened to come home early. And when he heard the sound of his daughter's tears, he smashed the door open.
I am here, little girl. Please don't cry. Dry your eyes, wipe away your tears. Don't cry, little girl. Nothing can hurt you. You've nothing to fear. I'm here.
Don't cry, Daddy. I'm alright, Daddy. Please don't cry here. Let me wipe away your tears.
Forgive me.
Daddy, forgive me.
I didn't mean to desert you.
I didn't want to upset you. Please, Daddy,
Don't cry, little girl.
I'll be alright.
Nothing can hurt you.
I've nothing to fear. But when the little girl fell asleep, the Escapologist's thoughts turned to the acrobat system, and an almighty rage grew in his great heart. This demon, this villain, this monster, she has sullied the memory of my wife. She's betrayed the trust of her own sister. Bullying children is prohibited. She must be the opponent of her own side.
Then let us see what this creature thinks you can do. When the wrath of one man stands before.
That was the last the little girl ever saw of her father, because he never came home ever again.
Matilda, I've got you those books we spoke about, so if you like,
What are you doing with those books, woman?
they're for Matilda.
No, they are not. Not on my watch. There is an age for reading and an age for being a filthy little toad. These are toads, aren't you, Bog Trotter?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull.
Only Bog Trotter here is now a good toad. Sit. It has become clear to me, Jenny, that you have no idea what you're doing. You believe in kindness and fluffiness and books and stories. That is not teaching. To teach the child, we must first break the child. Quiet, maggots!
But no one was speaking, Miss Trunchbull.
Jennifer, please understand that when I say quiet, you maggots, you are entirely included in that statement. Where is my jug of water?
I'll get it, Miss Trunchbull.
Stupid girl! Look at you. Flabby, disgusting, revolting. Revolting, I say! I think it's time we toughened you all up with a little phys ed.
The smell of rebellion comes out in the sweat, and phys ed will get you sweating. And it won't be long before I smell the pong of aiding and abetting. A bit of phys ed will tell us who has a head full of rebellious thoughts. Hold, just like a rotten egg floats to the top of a bucket of water. The smell of rebellion, the stench of revolt, the reek of insubordination, the whiff of resistance, the pong of dissent, the funk of mutiny in action. Before a weed becomes too big and greedy, you really need to nip it in the bud. Position 2. Before the worm starts to turn, you must scrape off the dirt and rip it from the mud. The whiff of insurgents, the stench of intent, the reek of prepubescent protest, the funk of defiance, the odor of coup, the waft of anarchy in progress. Once we've exorcised these demons, they shall be too pooped for dreaming. Some double-time discipline should stop the rot from setting in. All right, let's step it up. Double time. 1, 2, 3, 4. The smell of rebellion, the stench of revolt, the reek of prepubescent plotting, the whiff of resistance, the pong of dissent, the funk of moral fiberati. Imagine a world with no children. Close your eyes and just dream. Imagine, come on, try it, the peace and the quiet, a bubbling stream. Now imagine a woods with a cottage, and inside that cottage we find a dwarf called Zeke, a carnival freak who can fold paper hats.
She's mad!
Aha! Even the squittiest, piteous mess can harbor seeds of stinkiness. Have you ever seen anything more repellent? Have you ever smelled anything worse than that smell of rebellion? The stench of revolt, the reek of insubordination, the breath of resistance, the pong of dissent. Sickening stench away.
Look, can you see? It's a newt. I've got a newt. Look, I'm gonna put the newt into Trunchbull's.
Water, maggot.
This isn't teaching at all. I think it's just cruelty.
That is because of you, Miss Honey, are pathetic. You are, in fact, a weak, sniveling little newt. You.
What? No, not me. Miss,
Cockroach!
I didn't do anything.
You did this, you vile, repulsive, malicious little sinner.
Leave him alone, you big fat bully!
How dare you? You are not fit to be in this school. You ought to be in prison, in the deepest, dankest, darkest prison. And I shall crush you. I shall pound you and I shall dissect you, madam. All of those disgusting little slugs shall suffer horribly because of you. Yes, you.
Like silence, but not really silent. Just that still sort of quiet, like the sound of a page being turned in a book, or a pause in a walk in the woods. just that nice kind of quiet, like the sound when you lie upside down in your bed, just the sound of your heart in your head. And though the people around me, their mouths are still moving, the words they are forming cannot reach me anymore. And it is quiet, and I am warm, like I've sailed into the eye of a storm. Go on, tip over, tip over, tip over.
Miserable collection of excuses for children. And you, madam, standing there like the squits of squits are its beating heart. There's nothing that I shall not do, no length to which I shall not go, no punishment I shall not inflict, no ear I shall not stretch back, no finger I shall not... What? What? Huh? What is it? What is it? Get it off me! Get it off me! It's heading north! I've got a newt in my knickers! I've got a newt in my knickers!
Well, that was interesting. I think we'd all better go home. Or we can't. Matilda?
Watch.
Matilda, I think it's wise to go before.
Watch. You got me. Please. I did it with my eyes. Am I strange?
How do you fancy a nice cup of tea?
What do you think it is? The thing with my eyes?
I cannot say, Matilda, but I don't believe you should be afraid of it. I think it's something to do with that incredible mind of yours.
You mean there's not enough room for all my head? So they have to squish out through my eyes?
Well, not exactly, but yes, something like that. You certainly are a special person, Matilda. Are your parents proud to have a daughter as clever as you?
Oh yeah, very. Especially my father. He's always saying, Matilda, I'm very proud to have a daughter as... That's not true, Miss Honey. That's not what he says. He calls me a cheat and a liar and a nasty little creep.
I see. Well, here we are. Home sweet home.
They don't pay teachers very much, do they?
They don't, actually. But I am even poorer than most because of other reasons. You see, I used to live with my aunt, but one day I was out walking and I came across this old shed. I fell completely in love with it. I ran and begged to the farmer and asked me to let me move in. He agreed, and I've lived here ever since.
But, Miss Honey, you can't live in a shed.
I'm not strong like you, Matilda. You see, my father died when I was very young. Magnus was his name. He was very kind, but when he was gone, my aunt became my legal guardian. She was mean and cruel, like you can hardly imagine. And then, when I got my job as a teacher, she presented me with a bill for looking after me all those years. She'd written everything down, every tea bag, every electricity bill, and every tin of beans. She made me sign a contract to pay her back every penny. And she even produced a document that said my father had given her his entire house.
But did he really do that? Magnus, I mean. Did he really just give her his house?
Don't know, but I find it hard to believe. Just like I cannot believe that he would have killed himself, which is what she said happened.
You think she did a bit, don't you, Miss Honey?
I cannot say, Matilda. All I know is that years of being bullied by that woman made me, well, pathetic. I was trapped.
And that's why you live here. My house.
This roof keeps me dry when the rain falls. This door helps to keep the cold at bay. On this floor I can stand on my own 2 feet. On this chair I can write my lessons. On this pillow I can dream my nights away. And this table, as you can see, well, it's perfect for tea. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. It isn't much, but it is enough. On these walls I hang wonderful pictures. Through this window I can watch the seasons change. By this lamp I can die, I am set free. And when it's cold outside I feel no fear. Even in a winter storms I am warmed by a small but stubborn fire. There is nowhere I would rather be. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. For this is my house. This is my house. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. This is my house. This is my house. It isn't much, but it is enough. And when it's cold and bleak, I feel no fear. Even in the fiercest storm, I am warmed by a small but stubborn fire. Even when outside it's freezing, I don't pay much heed. I know that everything I need is in here. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. It isn't much, but it is enough for me.
Miss Honey, is this your father's scarf?
Well, yes, my mother gave it to him before she died. You see, she was.
An acrobat.
Oh, yeah. How did you. And my father was an escapologist. Matilda! How did you know that?
So they were your parents?
What? Who? I don't.
The people in my story!
What story?
A story. I've been telling a story, and I thought I was making it up. But it's real. It's your life. I've seen your life.
You've seen my life?
She didn't mean. Let's go to the police.
No, we can't. We have no evidence. It's my word against hers, and they would never believe she was capable of murder.
You filthy little maggot!
Miss Honey, your aunt is a murderer. She killed Magnus. Who is she?
A contract
Contract is a
is
contract
a contract.
is
It's
a
a
contract.
contract.
Miss Trunchbull!
In this world, children, there are two types of human being, the winners and the losers. I am a winner. I play by the rules and I win. But if I play the rules and I do not win, then something is wrong. Something is not working. And when something is wrong, you have to put it right, even if it screams. What are you looking at?
You.
This class is going to have a very special spelling test. Any child who gets one single answer wrong shall go to Chokey. You spell. Oh, now, let me see. Spell newt.
Newt. N-E-W-T. Newt.
What?
Miss Honey taught us. She's very good at teaching.
Nonsense. Miss Honey's too soft and peachy to be good at anything. Any moron can see that. You stand up and spell the one thing that you all are. Revolting.
Revolting. R-E-V-O-L-T-I-N-G. Revolting.
You're cheating.
What? Of course she's not cheating. She's simply spelling the word.
These little speck of dust can't be this clever. They are worms.
I've taught them, that's all. With kindness and patience and respect.
How dare you bring those words into my classrooms, madam? You know nothing of teaching, and I shall prove it. You, filth-bogged snot-nose, spell Amchala Camanillo Cirquatilamosis.
What? You just made it up.
Spell or go to Chokey. And I should warn you, it has silent letters. Oh dear. Oh dearie, dearie, dear.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. It was a silent Z. You're going to Chokey!
Dog. D-Y-P. Dog. And also me.
Table. X-A-L-Y. And me.
What are you doing?
But you can't put us all in Chokey. Banana. D-T-A-A-B-L.
What's going on?
No.
Stop this. No. No. What are you doing? Stop this. Do you hear? Stop. Stop this. Enough. You have to put me in the Chokey too. You can't put us all in the Chokey, miss. Come on now, maggots. Did you really think I hadn't thought of that? I've been busy. I have made more Chokeys. One for each and every one of you. And now that our little spelling test is over, I can tell you that each and every one of you has failed. You see, children, in this world, there are two types of human beings, winners and losers. And I am a...
Look, what is it writing?
This is madness.
No!
Give my Jenny back her house. Then leave. Or I will get you. Like you got me. Run, run, run. Yay!
later, the acrobat and the escapologist's daughter
Yeah.
received a letter from a solicitor. It had said that her parents had mysteriously turned up, and she was now the new owner of that old beautiful house, which had up until that moment been owned by the evil aunt Agatha Trunchbull. She immediately moved in, and she was very happy, happier than she has ever been in her life.
As for Miss Trunchbull, she was never seen again. All the trophies were immediately destroyed, and a new headmistress took over.
And her name was Miss Honey, and it was often said that it was the best school in all lands.
As for Matilda,
Don't send their gold, boy. We're going to Spain.
Spain? But why?
Because this idiot, this twin brain decided that it was a good idea to sell 155 bangers to the Russian mafia.
I didn't know they're the flaming Russian mafia. Did I? Come on, we're leaving and we're never coming back.
let Matilda stay here with me.
I beg your pardon?
Mr. Wormwood, I would love to take in Matilda. If she would like to stay with me, that is. I'd care after her with love and care and patience, and I'd pay for everything and all. Would you like that, Matilda?
You mean leave our daughter here with you?
What did you say? Did you call me?
They'll be here in a minute.
Dad, you called me your daughter.
What about it, girl? Would you like to stay here with Miss Honey?
Yes, I do.
And do you want to take care of her?
I do.
Well, we are a bit short of room, so yes.
Thank you.
And Matilda left Honey's arms.
And hugged her.
Miss Honey hugged her back.
And they hardly noticed the sound of wormwoods disappearing into the distance.
Because they had found each other.
Yes, they had found each other.